Hello, everybody. Well, today you're going to get some fresh thoughts, and some fresh thoughts that some of which I haven't even heard out loud yet. And for those of you who've been tuning in to my videos so far, you know that much of it is not really scripted. Actually, bulk of it, I'd say 98% is not scripted. It's just taking an idea and reflecting upon it and applying a story and reflecting upon my life and how that ends up affecting me in the world or feeling it in the world. So if you're just tuning in for the first time, hey, how you doing? Good. That wasn't a squirrel. I just wanted to say hi to you. Hello, specifically. Thank you. Thank you for tuning into this video. I invite you to subscribe if you haven't already, because you're in for some treats. Right there is the subscribe button. Hit the little bell notification on the way as well. It'll send you my content when it's available. All my great content. So today I have many reflections today. And again, I'm not quite sure how I'm going to, or what I'm going to name this video yet, or what the theme is. This morning I had conversation with my wife, and it's been really, really nice to have these conversations with her. And we've learned over the last several months how just to communicate with one another, and how that looks, and how important it is to be impactful, to be specific, to be fun, and not to take things so seriously, but at the same time understand that what you're feeling is okay. And what I really appreciate about this morning's conversation is it allowed me, as well as her, to have a conversation about how we were feeling. And what we were covering was really quite deep and impactful. And we had talked about how we felt yesterday and how we felt turned off by things that we were feeling. So what we were able to do within the safe container that we've created for each other was talk about how we felt, but apply it in a way where I was able to have my feelings, capture them, take responsibility for them, and let her know that my feelings were all my own. And at the same time, being open to how she was articulating what she wanted to say to me. And then having compassion without going through my own boundaries, but having compassion to where she is with what we've been discussing. And let me tell you, I'm really proud of us. I'm really proud of how we looked after, how we articulated, and how we talked about this conversation this morning. And I'm so proud of how we've grown to be able to talk to each other without being offensive, without any personal opinions of sounding like we're, how sometimes you can come off irritating one another, but you're not really irritating one another. It's your own feelings, yet you're developing the tools and how to best communicate that that's not what you're doing and what you mean by what you mean. And I think yesterday when I talked about word spells, whether it's a process or a process, you get to decide. How I decide to do it, I want it to be positive. I want my words to be impactful. I also believe that, when you think about spelling, Spelling. Break the word up. Spelling. It's a spell. Spelling. The spelling of the word. The word itself tells you what it's doing. How powerful that is. So what we've learned to communicate and how powerful that has been for us. I am so proud of us. The growth. I am proud of myself. I am proud of how I've learned to become a better man, to articulate what I need to say to her. And I'm proud of where she's come and how she's been able to communicate with me, tell me exactly how she feels. And, we could have our feelings, but now we are discovering whose ownership. And this is very important. I want you to take note of this. It is very important. We are now able to discern much better ownership of emotions, ownership of feelings, and who's feeling what. And that, I believe, is the struggle for many couples out there. First, they allow it because they don't pursue and persevere. They keep walking away from it. They keep moving away. They keep giving up. But they come back because they have to. They've got kids. They've got a life that they want to continue to work through. So it brings them back to that conversation all the time. So when you begin and when you start to see who owns what as far as emotions, feelings, thoughts, you get a clearer picture on what you need to do, the work that you need to do, and what you need to do to heal inside of you. And when it becomes something of somebody else, so that's to say, when you're able to communicate, to be able to discern whose feelings are what. So if your feelings are yours, but you are able to see the feelings that, for instance, your wife, your spouse, your partner, you're able to see theirs. You're able now, because you are at the point where you're able to see them, because you can see yourself. You follow me? You have healed that part of yourself insofar as to be able to see somebody else. And you can't see somebody else and you can't meet them where they are until you've met yourself. I'm telling you this. It's a bit of a magic formula, but it works. So, the profound and loving conversation we had this morning was impactful. And what we truly discovered is, what I truly got out of the conversation, outside of the growth that I'm excited to convey to you, is the residue that has come through relating to my own self-worth. And being able to hear myself speak about it out loud with my wife made me vulnerable, but put me in a position of where I'm able to see it, able to nurture it, heal it, move through it, work through it, feel it through, and grow. And that is true growth. So, today's conversation will be titled Growth Through Communication, or Growth Through Self-Love. Haven't decided now, but it's one of those two. It's going to be the first. Made a decision. Growth through communication. I trust that you're having a great day. I'm having a great day too. And as you can see, I'm beside more water. Another flowing river. I think there's something to that. Flow. Not stuck. Passage of emotions and feelings. Things flow. And on that note, I will leave it there for today. Love you all. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your comments and feedback. Keep them coming. Keep them coming.